Hi, Assalamualaikum everyone. So our group will present about the consequence of COVID-19 toward economy and financial of society in Malaysia. So presenter for this video is Ili Nadrah binti Saleh, Fatin Nadhirah binti Anwar, and last Siti Nur Aina binti Muhammad Noor. Okay, let's start. Okay, so the first thing first is introduction. The world is confronting a global pandemic of coronavirus, which is COVID-19. So Malaysia is currently being aware of this pandemic disease, and the government has imposed movement control order, which is MCO, for preventing the spread of this disease. Critically, this will disproportionately impact smaller business and vulnerable groups such as lower income individuals and workers. In determining the priority of spending in the restructuring of budget and implementation of government projects, the concept of Maqasid Shariah can be a basis in the country's economy restructuring.
So before we are going to continue with our further explanation about our topic, I would like to explain about our objective first. So the purpose of this presentation is to understand the effects that have impacted society and nation during this pandemic of COVID-19. And also through this presentation, we get to learn on how Maqasid Shariah try to tackle this problem by providing ways to cater this issue effectively. And this presentation too will provide some initial insights on the correlation between the situation of COVID-19 and economic growth.
So what we will gonna talk about this topic is impact COVID-19 towards society. So the first thing is economic operation closed due to pandemic outbreak of COVID-19. Number 2, impact COVID-19 on crime cases. And number 3, losses source of income among employees.
Now I will explain about the first point, which is economy operations closed due to pandemic outbreak of COVID-19. So as we all know, the government of Malaysia has taken effective measures to combat the spreading of corona disease by enforcing a restriction movement order, or known as RMO for short, starting from 18 to 31 March. However, the restriction movement order period was later expanded until 12 May. And following by the enforcement, only few industries that have been allowed to be operated under the government's permission during this restriction period, such as sector that related in providing foodstuff, sector that related with banking and finance, and as well as sector that related with transportation, and so on. So what's actually happened after the government announced the restriction movement order is many people misunderstood restriction movement order with lockdown, resulted in many of them went to supermarket to buy and stock up loads of foodstuff as for preparation for lockdown and do a panic buying. So obviously food stock in supermarket majority finished earlier than expected, and this also resulted crowds taking place, making the cases of COVID-19 increase even more. And unfortunately, there are few people that really need the foodstuff, but they are not able to buy it due to an availability of the product itself in the market.
The impact of COVID-19 on crime cases. Some crime cases have shown some positive and negative effect. I have categorized the crime cases into 3 types, which are counterfeit and fraud, accident, and domestic violence. First, counterfeit and fraud. Hygiene has become the most needed factor during this pandemic, so the products that are needed by the people are masks and sanitizers. All these products have the highest demand, and because of this, counterfeit and fraud are happen. As we know, people will buy all those things to save their life, as in line with one of the objectives of Maqasid Shariah, which is hifzu an-nafs, protection of life. Counterfeit and fraud has increased and gave the effect to the safety of the society in using fake products that will give harm to them. Second, accident. As we know, people cannot go out since MCO has limited the movement. As a consequence of these rules, the number of transportation on the road has reduced. Before the MCO was held, the number of accidents in Malaysia because of alcohol will increase. As we know, that alcohol can give a side effect to our brain, which is negative effect. It is related to one of the Maqasid Shariah, which is hifzu al-aqlu, protection of intellect. We can see that MCO has protected some of the people that love to drink alcohol from something that can harm them. Third, domestic violence. The instruction of the government that directed society to stay in their home for MCO during this pandemic has gave some impacts towards the people that have a broken family. People tend to spend more time together with their family at home. There are some news spread and reported that rape cases happen among the family members. It has destroyed the family's dignity and has ruined the society. This problem is related to one of the Maqasid Shariah, which is Hifzu an-Nasab, protection of dignity or descendants.
Okay, the last impact of COVID-19 is losses source of income among employees. Okay, so when there is an economic crisis and MCO in a country, Malaysia's economy emerged to shut down. The first to be impacted is the business sectors and job which people cannot move, and so more. People will be unemployed because there is no economic cycle occur. So according to the Malaysian Employers Federation, MEF, they predict that the bad effect of COVID-19 is it can lead to more than 2 million Malaysia losing their job. Datuk Syamsuddin Bardan has stated that more than 500,000 people have losing their job when MCO has been enforced. They believe that the employment rate would rise to 10 to 50% if the MCO is continued. So what is the implication of high unemployment? So the first thing is supply demand may be slow because people do not have income because they do not have job, and employers may not hire people for a job immediately. Second, corporates and small medium enterprise have not gotten away from the sound, with a large number of them confronting bankruptcy. Okay, next, relation with Maqasid Shariah. Number 1, protection of wealth based on Maqasid Shariah through authority. Number 2, correlation of the close down and panic buying with Maqasid Shariah. Okay, number 1, protection of wealth based on Maqasid Shariah through authority. The current situation of needing a planned budget this year need to be reviewed with an urgent budget. The government can help through the intermediaries of bank and non-bank agencies by playing an important role by providing business-related financial assistance to the affected parties. Okay, then the concept of mudarabah that is present in the Islamic financial system may be the best to apply. There are a few initiatives that Malaysia government can take to protect people in their economy. For the example, 6-month payment moratorium, zakat and bantuan prihatin nasional.
So moving on to the next slide, I will explain the correlation between of the close down and panic buying with Maqasid Shariah. So panic buying and economic close down can be related with Maqasid Shariah in terms of protection of wealth. Islam commanded us to always be moderate, and we need to protect our property as best as possible. And we actually should not be selfish by doing a panic buying, and always we need to consider other people's need at the same time. One of the examples that related with protection of wealth is by giving sedekah and doing a charity. Charity and sedekah means not only by giving in form of money, but it also can be in form of giving necessary foodstuff to those who are affected in this situation, especially to the poor people, for example.
The recommendation: first, entrepreneur needs to take initiative to start up online business if they cannot open the physical business. Second, the society as well need to work together in purchasing local brands to increase their profit and support them in sustaining the business. Third, the government or other responsible authorities must take some initiative to make sure that crime cases that has increased in Malaysia will reduce in the future.
Okay, for the last conclusion, WHO has declared that COVID-19 has emerged as one of the pandemic health threats. It is our responsibility to aim to safeguard the maslahat or the interests of the people as a whole in Islam. It is advisable for us to always make financial planning in the future to avoid any future losses. Financial discipline and be accountable must be shown by the Malaysian government. Okay, that brings us to the end today. So thank you for your time and listening our video. Stay at home and together we fight COVID-19. Assalamualaikum.